been
Yeah.
warned. That's the important part, and you've been warned in like in a easy, memorable way of doing it. Like when you make something
Yeah.
graphical, like it becomes more iconic and easier to recognize and to remember. That's why I'm such a big fan of those scales you said, like how it's called again in
Mm-hmm.
Canada.
Front of package labeling.
Front of package labeling. That's wonderful. Um, because it's something simple. It's like, for example, take
Mm-hmm.
the terms and conditions of any software. Like, you don't even know what you're agreeing to. No one. I don't know a single person who ever read those things. Like, the information
Yeah,
is
it's
there.
true. Yeah,
Are you
it's
reading?
true for sure. It's just like very small print and very, very long. Nobody has the time.
No, no. Um,
Yeah.
Talking about that, have you seen what's happening at Disneyland? The couple?
No. No.
Oh, man. Awesome.
What happened?
So we just talk about the terms and conditions, right? So the thing is, the girlfriend, the lady, she was intolerant to. She was allergic to some type of
Mm.
nuts or something like that. She was allergic to something very specific, and if she ate it, she would die. That's it.
Okay.
And so they did their research. Like they're very picky where they go to eat. They normally don't go out to eat very much, so they're very picky
Mm-hmm.
about it. They were going to Disneyland. They called in advance to a very, I think, vegan restaurant. I don't want to say it's
Mm-hmm.
wrong. So some special restaurant where they are conscious about the products and they listen to their customers. They're there to prepare like the food in a way that is safe for you, etc. So they called them. They went there. They were like super happy about their day at Disneyland. They're gonna finally go to a restaurant and then have some fun as a couple. They asked like the lady like 2 or 3 times. You're sure there's none of this thing on the
Mm.
food, right? And they're like, no, it's okay, don't worry. And then the girl eats and die. And
She died?
she died. She died because
Oh
they actually put the thing.
no.
Let me look the story up. It's like crazy. Disneyland restaurant customer. I'm laughing because I'm nervous. It's not because it's funny. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Um, so guests die after eating at
Eating at
downtown.
downtown.
Let me share the
Yeah.
screen. Oh, okay. It doesn't provide any more
Yeah,
information.
but that's the lady there. Wow. That's terrible.
But doesn't stop there. We're talking about terms and conditions, right? So the first
Yeah.
move they decide is like to sue Disney. And what happens? Their lawyers come back, say you're not allowed to sue us. You agreed to never sue us. And they're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yeah,
Oh.
remember 3 years ago when you signed to the trial of Disney Plus, you agree to that in the terms and conditions. They're not allowed to sue us
Wow.
ever for any reason.
Wow. Okay. I had no idea.
It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the details, right?
Kind of, I don't know, doctor precision. She was a doctor, so yeah, they don't mention it in the what she ate
Yeah.
specifically, but
Yeah.
whew,
Well, listen, it can be something as cross contamination. Like people who have celiac, you can't go to a restaurant and serve them a steak that's been done in, you know, for other customers that might have cross contamination, right? Because celiac is a serious disease and
what
people
is
can get really
celiac?
sick. Celiac is a gluten. Usually, it's a gluten allergy, but it's called celiac because it's very serious. So some people have just a gluten allergy, but then there's celiac where it takes it to a whole other level. And so if you go to a restaurant and they ask you, do you have any allergies, and they say I'm celiac, you have to make sure that the food you're serving them hasn't had any cross contamination with gluten, right? Because
Wow,
some people can get really sick from it.
man, that's a tough one because
Yeah.
everything has gluten. Basically, a lot of things have
A
gluten.
lot of things, not
Yeah.
as much anymore. People are a lot more conscious of it, but yeah, it's a lot of allergies out there. You have to be careful.
Yes, for sure. Sonia, I want to ask you about your other company, Field Eagle.
Field Eagle, yeah. So Field Eagle is another well, it was a startup, not anymore, but it's also software. So it's SaaS software, subscription